Alright YouTube, welcome back here guys. I apologize for the delay. Boy, was it a delay, about 4 days. My goodness guys, I apologize for that. And there is a good explanation for it, and I'll give it to you guys real quick here, of course, because I try to make sure I have some daily content, or at least up to amount of daily content for you guys to have. Well, I got a little busy at work there with the holidays. It gets a little bit tough to get everything all done, and then of course as well, my youngest son Walter, he's 9 months old, and we actually just moved into a new place, and well, our kids aren't sleeping well together, so they don't sleep in the same room very well. So we had to move my room, well, his bed into my room. So essentially it makes it very difficult to record with him there, because of course he sleeps and wakes up whenever I make any dice rolls, moves, or anything like that. But nonetheless, you guys don't care too much, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a backstory there as to why you haven't seen any new 2016 Scram Red, White, and Blue Racing. But we're going to finish off California Racing today. We're going to get through the race event today, probably not too bad. Let's get right into it, as of course we need to see if we by chance can finish off today's event. Alright, so as we of course always do, we take the black and white die here, and we're going to roll the dice real quick. Let's see what happens here. And of course this is a little bit of a different setup here for me, so hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. Definitely, hopefully the sound and audio is pretty good for you. So let's see what happens here. Let me get this all set up. Okay, so we have about 1,200 miles left to go. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that's a 4, so that's going to be middle group there. So middle group in 7, that's going to be smart. So let's see who's going to be the smart driver here as we kick it all off here. So smart drivers here are going to be first and foremost Parnell Pepper Drake there. See if he makes a move. 4, that passes no problem. 1. But a 1 blue means it's an automatic fail there for him, because he of course is going against the top group who already has a 1 bonus. So let's see here. Smart's Randy Kendrick here, 36 car. 4, he passes that. To a 2 here to Chuck Tafaro. And it's going to be a 4 here, so he doesn't have anything besides the 1. He will utilize his performance chip to stay there and fend off Randy Kendrick's move there. Okay, Austin Bigler, 77 Chevy there. 6 blue means an automatic fail for whoever is doing this. So a 3 passes, right? He's able to get that. 2 is going to be over to Chuck Tafaro, and unfortunately Chuck looks like he will be switching with Austin Bigler there for the 17th position and 3rd place. It looks like he'll be staying there, so good for Austin Bigler to make the moves there, as he is a big time driver. Vic Holder's next here in the number 4 Seattle Seahawks colors there. 3 is going to be no problem there for him, and then 4 is going to be over to Julie Justice, and she won't be able to make that change, so Vic Holder will actually take on the Scram leader here as we go on. Continuing forward, Wayne Montana. Smart, he passes that, goes to the 2. Austin Bigler cannot take on a 6 blue, so he, as he moves on up, will actually make some moves to go down there, and that's not good there for him. And Alex Hodge, let's see, so 6 red will be an automatic fail. Ray Bob Walker, 1, passes that. Over to the 2 here, which will be over to Wayne Montana. And then a 3, can he do a 3? So Smart, break bonus, and then of course actually having a burst there, so he will fend off that blue 3. Kurt Bryson in the graffiti car here. 4, no problem there. 6, we over to Cam Croyle, and he'll actually have the 1 blue, so he'll be able to defend that one off here. And that'll do it, guys. As you guys can see, no one else has anything, so that will still leave Marlon McGarry here into the lead here for a solid 20 miles here. All right, let's keep going here as we mark off that mile stretch. 4, so middle group, and then an 8, which will be heat. So there's only a couple of drivers who have the heat trait here, so let's get right to it. So Randy Kendrick with the first one, so he passes that one with a 1 there. 1 will be over to Trevor Trossel, who's going to be taking on here a 4. He will not be able to make up the 4. He only has a 1 there, or a 2, I apologize, a 2. So looks like Randy Kendrick will be moving on up to 2nd position for that key lime car. So it looks like that team is pretty excited about that. Looks like Ray Bob Walker's the next one here. And a 1, but a 1 blue means an automatic fail for him, so he will fail that one. All right, Brooks Bilovich here. A 4, he passes that. It's going to go over to Cam Croyle, and a 6 blue means an automatic fail, as you guys can see there. And so Brooks Bilovich will move on up. there as he starts to try to see if he can get himself back into the victory lane there after already tasting of it here throughout the season. Okay, a 1 here. We'll pass here for Joey Wilson, no problem there. 2 will be over to Wayne Montana, and a 5. So he has no chance of defeating that because he only has a 2 altogether because of course, a burst plus the break bonus. So Joey Wilson will crack the top group there for the first time in this season, and that, my friends, will change up the top group actually a lot there. So the match is the heat is definitely getting a little bit turned up here for that top group, and again middle group here, guys. So a lot of movement in this middle group here, and it will be a problem. So let's do the problem check here, of course, for us. And with the problems, of course, oops, I grabbed the wrong one here. Okay, let's see here. And that's not a trouble, right? But it's a problem. So we have to do the problem finder's result here. So let's see what happens here as we do the problem finder's chart. So let's see here. It's the middle group, right? So middle group driver here. So we know it's going to be the problem there for him. Let's get going to it. So 4-5 will be over to 4-5, driver 4, odd. So driver 4, odd will be over to Austin Bigler. Oh no, guys, that's not good for a big time driver like that. 43 says here for us, looks like overheating, roll for repair, pit crew A or B, problem does not occur. Well, that is a pit crew B right there. I'm not sure if you guys can see that too well, but it is pit crew B, which means that he will not need that issue or need repair at all, and that will lead us ourselves with that being the last of that 10-mile stretch, as his car overheated a little bit, but it actually cooled down no problem because he knew how to drive under pressure and was able to get out of there before his team needed repair. So let's get into mile 140 here. Oop, I moved that little die there, apologize. Okay, so 3 will be the middle group again, and that'll be a 9, which will be reflex. So as everyone's driving around trying to get past Austin Bigler here, the middle group will be driving reflex here. So Parnell Drake's going to try to see if he can make a move here. 2, but a 1 here, no matter what, means a failed there. So when your middle group going to top, it means a fail no matter what. Julie Justice, she's going to try to go for it here. So 4 passes, 5 will be over to Stu Urick, and a 6 will be an automatic fail. So Stu Urick will move over to Julie Justice position as she's starting to make a move as well. Austin Bigler, no. Billy Brett, 88 car here. A 5, he only has a 4 check there, so let's see here. Ray Bob Walker has double reflex, so let's see what happens. 3, he passes. A 5, we over Julie Justice with a 5. So let's see, reflex plus 1 plus brake bonus. Julie Justice moved all the way up, but then moved all the way back down here as Ray Bob Walker will get another chance to take on Marlon McGarry. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so a 2 passes that one, a 3, but then Marlon McGarry will easily defend off that third attack there because he has 1, 2, plus brake bonus, plus reflex, so he has 5, so he'll easily fend them off. All right, so Julie Justice is going to be over to reflex will be Cam Croyle. 1 passes. Then we're going to go over to Randy Kendrick, who will not be able to make up 4 here for defending Cam Croyle. So it looks like the Key Lime cars are starting to switch positions there. And it looks like Wayne Montana will be the next one to make the move. 4 passes that. 3 will be over to Tom Rossi. And a 6 is an automatic fail. No way. Well, Wayne Montana is definitely moving himself up there, trying to show that he deserves to be there. And that, my friends, will be the last of that 10-mile stretch, as Marlon McGarry shows us the reason why he is definitely in the lead. So let's keep it going here, guys. Roll that 10-mile stretch. I know you guys already weighed in on who you think is going to be the one that wins this, but with all these problems that we're going to be seeing here, you never know what's going to happen. So absolutely keep checking the comment section as you want to see who's going to be the one that leads here. I definitely thank you guys very much for all the feedback that you guys have given me and for all the views, guys. Absolutely thank you very much. Don't forget to smash that like button. And after this show directly, I will be throwing up a rankings show as well. That way you guys can get kind of a 2 for just because I know that you guys kind of like having that daily material and also kind of keeping up on what's going on here. So let's get to it. So 4 will be the middle group, and then a 3 will be the problem. So we're going to do a problem again. So it looks like after all those reflex drivers here, guys, we're going to need to see what happens here as the California driving is getting a little tight there. Let's see here. So a 41 is going to be a driver 4 car again. Driver 4 car odd again, guys. Right there will be Austin Bigler. So instead of having that last time, let's see what happens this time here for him. All right, so it'll be a 26, which says here, electrical problems, roll for repair. So we are in at this time, because it's the 22nd. Let's see here. That's going to be 3. Right by that will be, what, 8 or so. So we're still in the middle third, right? We're still in the middle third, I think. Right around there, third. Let's see here. 1. So it's a 7. I'm trying to think whether or not we're in the third, because we're at the 150 mark. And I think we are still in the middle third, or just about to get out of the middle third and go into the last third. So let me see here. Let me do one last little calculation here. So 22, let's see here, 3, so that's 6.5-ish, right? 8, 27, so every 7 laps, which does actually put us, every 70 miles will put us at over the third. If you guys can see here, I'm looking right here. So that will be, we're over the third, so we're in the final third at this point, really just starting it. So Austin Bigler has a B problem repair crew, and a final third is a 4 for that one. So let's see what happens here, as he will get that. There is no change for repair, so let's see what happens. He rolls a 7, and so for his repair, he is unable to actually roll for the repair and get it. So he is out of the race here, guys. It just says basically 26, what was it there? Electrical problems. So he was trying to handle his problems, no problem there with overheating. But unfortunately, Austin Bigler, it looks like, will be our first casualty of this, at least, video here. So Austin Bigler, say no more there, guys. He is c'est la vie in California. He can enjoy himself on the beaches if he'd like, because he is not going to win this one. So Austin Bigler did not finish. Yikes, that's not good at all there, guys. Yikes, yikes, yikes. We don't like to see that at all. But for us, that means that we're going to need to fill the gap. So let's see what happens here as we fill the gap here for us. So Stu Yurik's going to move on up. All right, there we go. Got everyone here. All right, let's see here. So we have ourselves Ryan Mooney, who is a yellow triangle. So let's see what happens here for him. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. So it rolls a 1, so he will move up here into the 9th position here and get a taste of TV time. So let's see what happens as we continue forward. That was a great little, at least a 10-mile stretch here for some action at least. And we're almost ready to go to pit row here. So let's see what happens as drivers start trying to position themselves for the pit crew there for them. All right, let's see. I'm gonna put that up just so you guys can see that just a little bit and not get so OCD a little bit there. There you go. All right, so a 3 and an 8. So it looks like 3 and 8, so we're in middle of heat. So let's see what happens here. The heat is on here in California. So heat's going to be over to, first and foremost, heat. Okay, Randy Kendrick's our first and I think only. Yeah, Randy Kendrick's our first and only, guys, here. So a 2 passes, a 3 will be over here, Wayne Montana. And he does not have heat, so he has 1 plus 2. So Wayne Montana will be taken over by Randy Kendrick as he gets a little hot and heavy with his driving there and passes on by Wayne Montana. So for 160th mile, only one big maneuver happened there, and it was pretty big as Randy Kendrick now has joined the top group, and we will be moving into the pit stop here on the 170th mile here as we get into the final stretch. All right, guys, place your bets. Who do you think is going to win here? This is definitely pretty exciting here, guys. Very exciting. I am really excited to see who's going to be moving here, at least moving as in making moves to kind of continue forward. So Billy Brett will move up, and then Wayne Montana will move down there for Julie Justice there. All right, so we have our group there all set. 2 means it's going to be the top group right here, guys. Now the top group, I think it is, including, I always try to make sure I get this right here, guys. So top group, and leader, okay. So top group plus leader for fast pit. So let's see what happens here to the fast pit. So a 5 for Brooks Bilovich, he rolls a 6, no for him. Fast pit of 10 for Ray Bob Walker, rolls a 12, no for him. Fast pit for Vic Holder is a 5, he rolls a 7, nope. Joey Wilson, fast pit of 5, he rolls a 10. These are terrible rolls for these guys. Randy Kendrick, fast pit of 4, he rolls a 10. Yikes. And fast pit of 9 here for Cam Croyle. And he rolls a 7, so he'll get 1. And let's go over to Marlon McGarry, see if he's going to have a dual performance chip. This is very exciting here for him. And he rolls a 9, so that's negative there, Foxtrot. All right, so it looks like he's going to be gone there. And with that being said, we're just going to move everybody up, which as you guys can already see here, is literally already done. Everyone's already in their perfect spot there. So we're going to try and see who's going to be the one that takes on Marlon McGarry here for the top spot as they move on out. So it'll be 2. So it'll be the second one, Randy Kendrick, and a 5 there, and he cannot gas pedal check that. So Randy Kendrick will try his best to get out of the pit fast enough, and Marlon McGarry will actually fend him off. Boys, that was a very uneventful pit row there, guys. Definitely not what I was expecting here, but nonetheless, let's keep on going as the drivers are starting their last go-ahead rounds here in the California Raisin 250. Let's keep on going here. All right, so let's see what we have here. Okay, let's see here. So 4 and then an 11. So that's trouble. Okay, so that's going to be the middle group. Uh-oh. All right, so let's see what happens here. So with this being said, trouble, of course, we have to go through basically top to bottom, basically seeing who's going to escape here. So let's see what happens here. So the escape is a 5 here. Now there is a +1 here for this race here, for this location. See if it'll zoom in here on us. Will it zoom in? No, not feeling it. Let's see. Please zoom in. No? There you go. At least it'll do it there for us. So +1 for escape, so you can see that there for us. All right, so there we go. See if it'll zoom back out there. All right, so we have that now all set up with our little setup here. Okay, so with that being said here, let's roll for it here as Ryan Mooney will be the first one who gets picked here now with a triangle. Let me just check one more time here. It is important here, triangle symbol. For yellow triangles, when a red 6 is rolled in any quality or drivers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so make sure that, I just wanted to make sure I checked that here. All right, so no problems there. So let's see, Ryan Mooney here has an escape of 5. So 5 or less, he does not get collected, and he does get collected. So now he has to get rolled for repair here. So let's roll for repair here for Ryan Mooney. If he doesn't, he's getting caught in there, so it will be causing that. So it's the last third, and he has an E. So he is, let's see here, trouble. It'll be a 3. So he rolled a 5. So he is actually going to be collected into that, and he will be out of the race here, guys. That will be our next driver, guys, being taken out here. So Ryan Mooney will be out of the race, and that will cause a yellow flag there. A yellow turn caution flag here. So this could be a big one here, folks. This could be the one that changes the course of this game here. All right, Parnell Drake, 6, or an 8, I apologize. 8 plus a 1, that's 9. And he rolls an 11, so he's getting caught up in this one here. And that being said, he needs to roll a B, which is a 6. So let's see what happens here. He rolls a stake, guys, so he's no problem there. He'll move right into the back there, so at least he's not taken out here. So escape of 9 needed here for Trevor Trossel. He's no problem. Escape of 10 for Chuck DeFaro. He rolls a 7. No problem. Escape of 10 for Stu Urich. Rolls a 9. No problem there. Alex Hodge, an escape of 9. He rolls a 5. 10 for Kurt Bryson. He rolls a 9. Make sure I roll these here. Wayne Montana, 10. He rolls an 8. Billy Brett here, oops, there you go, needs an escape of 8 or a 9 essentially, and he rolls a 6. Julie Justice needs an escape of 9. He rolls an 8, so she's good there. Tom Rossi, an escape of 10, rolls a 4. And then Joey Plunka needs an escape of 10, and he rolls an 8. So no problems there for us. Let me just check one last thing of how many trouble, or I guess yellow flags we're gonna need here. So let's see here. If 1 or more cars are collected, good. So if more than 2 cars, so more than 2 cars is when you need double. So we're only gonna do 1 yellow flag here, so that'll chalk down that one there, and a yellow flag will be needed. So that will speed up the game a little bit here, but we need to actually fill in the gap here. So since there's a yellow flag, we're just gonna move them on in there. So it looks like Donnie Schrupp will be the first one here to join up here for us in the smaller C class. That's kind of cool. Very cool for us here as Marlon McGarry has now led. You guys might be finding this very this is very strange here. 10 or 100 miles, as you guys can see. So 100 miles here for Marlon McGarry. But back to it here, guys, as we only have 30 more miles left after that accident that occurred. And a 9 will be Reflex for the top group. Of course it would be Reflex, because they went around and had to almost miss those drivers. So Brooks Bilovich is going to try to take on Marlon McGarry there. Passes that, no problem, but he will not be able to pass by that 3 there, because Marlon McGarry will be able to stop that 1, 2, plus 3, 4. And just to make sure we have that, 6 is basically needed for Marlon McGarry to be taken down. So that will speed this up here. So Reflex here for Ray Bob Walker. He rolls a 1, passes, but a 5 blue. That's a fail there. So he gets a second chance. So let's see what happens here on his second chance. So he rolls a 1 or a 4, and then a 1 is easily forwarded there. Okay, our next Reflex is going to be the last one, just Cam Croyle here. And a Cam Croyle is going to say here for us 2, but then a 6 blue. So that will be a fail there, guys. So passes there. So Cam Croyle passes. Then it'll go over to the 6 blue, which will be an easy little defeat here for him. So then what we're going to need to do is actually see the dark right there, the dot right here, will be whether or not they're going to use the performance chips or not here. So let's see what we have here. All right, so guys, now that you guys can see we have here that they don't use the performance chips, it means that they're going to be basically changing positions as if they had, did nothing essentially. So Cam Croyle will be the one that takes the lead here, so that is great news. But as you guys can see, Cam Croyle already took the lead here for him. So, or already had the lead before here, so as he is led for 90 miles here, this has been a really one-sided or two-sided race here between Cam Croyle and Marlon McGarry in the California Raisin 250. It looks like these two drivers are really ready to go here as they still have performance chips. Let's keep it going here. 2 is going to be the top group, and it's going to be 9 again for Reflex. So let's see if any of these guys are going to make any more moves here against Cam Croyle. So Brooks Bilovich will be going again here. So that's going to be a 5. Does he pass that? He does not. All right, Ray Bob Walker here is going to have a double chance here to try to take on this new leader here, and that'll be a 3. So he'll have the 3, no problem there. 4 though will be, let's see here. So he has Reflex +1, +1, 2. That's 4. So he passes that defense check. So Ray Bob Walker needs to roll a 5 or 6 blue. And he does. He rolls a 5 or 6 blue, so that's 3. He passes that. But Cam Croyle will use his performance chip, no problem there, to fend off that last little move there. So Ray Bob Walker did pass, but unfortunately, there's a great move that Cam Croyle just did that everyone's still kind of oohing and ahhing from. Marlon McGarry will be the last one to try it on, and boy golly did he say he wanted that top spot right there. So a 1 passes, no problem, and a 6. So it looks like Cam Croyle will be falling down here and go up to first place again will be Marlon McGarry. As for this, guys, looks like it's a 2-horse match here. So 1 10-mile stretch left here, guys. 1 10-mile left stretch, and that's California Raisin 250. So let's see what happens here as we, of course, roll. This is definitely helpful for everybody. Let's see what happens as everyone's already set and ready to go here. And it's going to be a 6, which means it's going to be a duel. Okay, so this could be a big one here, guys. So a 6 duel means a 5 here for us, and the 5 is a 5-car in top group. So the 5-car in the top group, Ray Bob Walker can go up against Cam Croyle here to get himself jockeying up in the position. Now, I will let you guys know, Ray Bob Walker knows, here's the thing, he knows that he's already in the top group, right? So what would be the point of him going in and getting second place, right, against Cam Croyle, or even third place? If he misses, he's going to then get taken out of the race. It doesn't really make much sense for him to actually make that move because he already gets the points from being in the top, essentially top 7. And so, guys, I'm going to say right now that Ray Bob Walker uses his smarts, because he is smart, right? He uses his smart to play it cool and not move. And the reason why is because if he misses this one, he will fall out of the area and have to escape trouble, and that is not something that he really wants to do, because there's no point in really moving up if you all get the same points. That might be something we want to look into, but he would be a TV driver in the next race if he did take it, the top spot here in one of these top 3 positions. But guys, this is it. Ray Bob Walker has decided to take the 6th position, kind of, I know, a little bit of a climax killer there, and that, my friends, will be the final 220 mile there turns there, so 220 miles there, as we see at the California Raisin 250. Marlon McGarry will go back-to-back, folks, back-to-back with a performance chip, no less, at the end. So congratulations to him and all the people who chose him as the winner of this fantastic race. Guys, I cannot wait to get back into the racing game here for us, and let's see if we can get back into it, as next time we'll be seeing ourselves at the Fast Save Supermarket 500 at Texas National Motor Raceway. Folks, look at the tops here. You can see what happened. Unfortunately, for a lot of people were choosing different racers. I chose myself. I always chose Monica Merrick. But unfortunately, it looks like for some of them, they're not panning out like Chris Wine in the Captain America car. And unfortunately, it looks like Cam Croyle tried to take the lead in the end, but unfortunately could not. I'll see you guys next time here in the bleachers for the ranking show, as I'll get those rankings all crunched in and see if we can get the numbers pumped out. But guys, controversial act here, folks. Controversial right now, as Ray Bob Walker has decided to not push himself up to this top 3 because he wouldn't want to lose himself into the last group, middle group, or even the bottom group. I think it's a smart play, but we'll see what happens here. As you guys, please leave your comments below and see how he should have handled that, if he should have gone for Cam Croy or Randy Kendrick's spot. We'll see you guys next time here. Thank you very much, and again, guys, from the 2016 Ocean Pacific International, we'll see you next time in the bleachers.